All right, we are here at Kim's Scala residence, 2707 Eclipse Drive, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29577. It is March 2nd, 2026. Claim number C-1025828. We are here regarding a wind claim. This shingle right here is the shingle that's been suggested for repair. You can see repair right there. And the shingles I have numbered are the ones that are going to be affected by the repair area. As you can see, we have 7 other shingles that will be affected by the repair area. And up here we have a control area. I have the control area there as an area that will not be manipulated by the repair. So that should stay constant regardless of what type of repairs is going on in this mapped out area. You can also see we have a wind damage shingle there and over there. So the reason why we have control area is a granular retention test. So I'm going to conduct that now. And then we'll also conduct it at the end of this video too. This is the control area. I'm going to be using a chip paintbrush to simulate rain. This will be less abrasive than water. So we're in a good position there. What we're going to do is test the granular retention. So as of right now, we don't have any granular retention issues in the control area. Now we'll work our way down to the repair area. And no granular retention issues here. I'm going to avoid the wind damage shingle because that obviously will have granular retention issues due to the creasing. So no granular retention issues there. I also have my pitch hopper right here. This is going to be underneath the repair area for the extent of the repair. So as we can see right here, right now, we don't have any granules there. Not a problem going on at the moment. But we will document at the end of this if we do have any granular retention issues. Now I'm going to hand the camera over to Kara. She's going to video me as I do the repair process. I'll also be taking photos throughout this repair process. That way there's no contention as to where and when the photos may have been taken. They are taken here on video during the repair process. As I'm going throughout, I'll document anything as far as reasons why it wouldn't be a proper repair, or if we have any issues with the shingles themselves when it comes to putting it back in, taking fasteners out, so on and so forth. We'll also document any material transfer and any fasteners pulled through. So, first I'm going to talk about the order of operations that we're going to go through. First I'm going to unseal the shingles that are necessary to unseal in order to remove this shingle right here. From there, we will begin by removing the fasteners. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. That way I'm allowing the most amount of pliability for this shingle right here when I'm removing these fasteners. It takes the pivot line from here where the nail line is, right by the reveal, all the way up to the shingle course above it. That allowed me to manipulate this shingle without having to lift like I would on this one. Now, with that being said, I will begin.
You said you don't need us, right?
Nope, you're good.
I'm going out and then Kimmy's sleeping. She don't feel it.
Sounds good, love. Bye.
This one here, we have the fastener pulled through. Grab a photo of that once I'm done this nail. And it also pulled a piece with it.